thank you for your time and taking our questions today. I'm curious now that David has 3 knockouts in a row, if he believes that he can get the knockout against Josh Kelly, and is that something that he thinks is within reach?
Yeah, so basically, David's one of these fighters. I mean, listen, he's on a great knockout run, but he don't look for the knockout. If it comes, it comes. He don't predict a round, or he don't predict an outcome. He just wants to get the win. So that's how he'll tell you the answer. Really, he never says he's going to knock anybody out or what he's going to do. But I think he's confident, but obviously he don't predict how the outcome's going to be.
Another question for you, Carl, kind of from your perspective, seeing as, going back to his loss against Kovalev, what are some of the changes that you've seen in David from that moment to where he is today?
He learned so much in that fight. I mean, he underperformed. He knew that. When he got out of the ring, he was so frustrated. And I think since that fight, he's become a different person. He's a different animal, a different mentality, and just the way he's approaching everything now. And I think he learned so much from that defeat. It really hit him hard, that defeat did. I think, obviously, Kovalev is a Lithuanian guy as well, and the little Russian and Lithuanian connection. And he knew a few people that knew Kovalev and that. So it affected him quite bad, that loss. And he went away, regrouped, and just become a different person, a different fighter after that defeat. And you could see on his run he went on in Bilbao when he went and won the European title that he was a different animal by the time it come to that fight.
Final question for me. Looking at Josh Kelly in comparison to the other opposition that David's faced over the course of his career, where does he fit in? Is he the best opponent, or do you think that maybe he's 3 or 4?
Yeah, he's definitely not the best opponent David's boxed. I mean, style-wise, he's a little bit different to what we're used to, so which will be a bit of a different obstacle for David to master, really. But he's a different opposition in style-wise, but I don't think is the best of opposition that David boxed. I mean, you can just look through David's record and who he's boxed, and he's boxed some really good fighters who I believe is a level above Josh. But it's an interesting one. I mean, it's a clash of styles, and it's a totally different style to what David's been used to, but one that we're confident of breaking.
Thank you very much, Carl, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Hi, Josh. Thank you for taking the time to talk today. Looking at David Avanesyan's career so far, obviously he's had a few losses. I'm curious, looking at those losses, have you studied them, and what have you learned from witnessing those performances?
Yeah, of course. You got to study. You got to study his wins as well as his losses, because, to be fair, I always judge people on the best performance. I never try and take them off what performance looks the worst version of them. So I try to study him more on his recent form and where he's at. I feel like there's plenty of chinks in the armour, and I can 100% sure in this fight. So and exploit. So I just can't wait to get in there on Saturday night.
As far as your last 2 performances, looking at Ray Robinson, tough fighter, tricky fighter, being a southpaw, Winston Campos, what did you learn from those fights, and is there any specific improvements that you're looking to show fans?
Oh, there's huge improvements being made from both fights. Robinson went really under the radar. I mean, he's got a majority draw against Kovalev, who knocked out David, or stopped him. So, and Robinson's really tricky, awkward, experienced southpaw with like a lot of range, and he knows how to get there. I mean, he's in camp with Jerome Ennis all the time, so them 2 guys there are top class. So I've took plenty of positives from that, and thinking that was nearly 2 years ago now. Maturity went up another level, and I've learned a lot. I've gained a lot of experience from that fight. Huge.
Final question for me. I know, talking with Carl Greaves, Avanesyan's trainer, just now, I asked him about where you rank on David's resume so far, and they put you lower on the list than some of the top names. Is this getting personal for you all the time, and things that have gone on in this time?
Not at all. Not for me. Not for me. Not personal at all. It's a job. It's a business. they might take it personal, and if they do, then they're gonna fall into a big trap, because emotions in the boxing ring shouldn't be there. It should just be all. You got to leave the emotions outside the ring. So listen, I'm happy they're taking it personal. I just put a smile on my face, go in and win on Saturday.
Sounds good. Thank you, Josh, and best of luck.
My man, thank you, brother.